SK Telecom has been fined and ordered to boost security after a cyber attack leaked nearly 27 million user records, sending its shares down more than 5%. To discuss the lessons for the telecom industry, we are joined by Charles Lee of Team T5 and Dr. Sharifa Razia BT Mod Kasim of Cybersecurity Malaysia. So, what would you say are the key lessons for Asia's telecom industry? Charles, would you like to answer first?
Yeah, sure. Three things to share. First, this breach was detected in April 2025, but later investigation shows they might have been infiltrated in early 2021, indicating a 4-year dual time of the attacker in their intranet system. It strongly suggests the traditional pattern matching detection mechanism failed in protecting such targeted attacks, especially national sponsor attacks with determination and abundant resources. Instead, cyber defenders should seek cyber threat intelligence-backed threat hunting to proactively look for hidden risks or threats in their network environment. And second, telecom companies usually possess an interconnected network composed of heterogeneous systems, and many of them are legacy systems. The investigation also shows unpatched vulnerability and poor network segmentation are key issues for this incident. The nature of telecommunication network makes it a big challenge to defend advanced threat actors. Lastly, the stolen data was proved to be unencrypted, so easily stolen by the actors. However, our experience shows that even if the target data is encrypted, actor will still invest lots of effort to find a loophole and bypass protective mechanisms. For example, a past Chinese APT intrusion case to Hong Kong Telecom shows some actor invested lots of effort to breach into SMS servers and developed tailor-made backdoor to filter and intercept message for espionage purpose. In summary, for telecommunication,
First, data encryption. So, ISPs need to ensure that they encrypt all sensitive data, both in transit and also at rest. This is to reduce any exposure in case of a compromise happens. And the second one is that they need to have a robust access control. This refers to having least privilege principles being implemented for employees and also contractors. And of course, they need to use strong authentication, like having multi-factor authentication, and also implement zero trust models in their organization. And of course, the next lesson learned would be to have a continuous monitoring and threat detection. So this is very crucial to ensure that any anomaly activities can be detected as soon as possible. And of course, it would be good to embed AI-driven threat monitoring. And of course, patch and vulnerability management is also very critical. The ISPs need to watch on this. Means that to make sure that all systems, application, and network devices are up to date, and there's no any known vulnerabilities present. And if yes, they need to be remediated as soon as possible. And of course, having a robust incident response plan. So this is to ensure that when an incident happens, such as a data breach or ransomware incident happens, so ISPs know what to do, how to react to that incident, how to communicate, and how to ensure that the incident has been handled in a very efficient manner. And next is that having a security culture and also training. So all employees in the ISPs, they need to be trained on security awareness and also how to be prepared in the event of an incident, or if there's any cyber threat, how they can identify that this is a threat and how they can prepare themselves from becoming a victim to these threats.
Looking at it on a C-level executive's perspective this time, in response to such events, what should the main considerations be?
C-level executive should escalate cybersecurity as a strategic risk, but not just an IT department issue. Just in this event, we see SK Telecom lost money, lost corporate reputation, lost customer trust, and they are forced to further expand their investment in cybersecurity measurement by authority. It shows a damage cybersecurity incident could affect corporate growth and survive. So with that mindset, C-level executive should seek for cyber threat intelligence to assist them master their understanding of cybersecurity trends from a strategic point of view. Also, they should try to develop cyber crisis playbook and drill it day by day.
They have to make sure that customer trust is put as a very high priority, and also they have to make sure that customer data is well protected from any compromise or data breach. And of course, strategic investment in security. So it is time for the C-levels to look into investing in security, because when there's damage has been done or there's a loss due to cybersecurity incident, the loss or the amount to recover back whatever has been damaged or lost could be very, very huge. Insider threat and also workforce security is also very crucial, because any attacks, it may not just be from external, it could be from internal. So we have to make sure that all the relevant policies and procedures are in place to prevent attacks that may come from insiders. And of course, supply chain and vendor risk. We know that many ISP vulnerabilities, it can come through equipments like routers, switches, and also modems. So we have to make sure that we scrutinize the vendors and audit them to make sure that they comply to the regulation and also to the standard best practices, to ensure that these equipment up to date, well patched, and does not pose any vulnerabilities.
Speaking of paying attention, are there other specific threats that the sector should be paying attention to or should be preparing for?
We believe state-sponsored attacks against telecommunication company and system would be a big threat as long as the geopolitical risk and tensions keeps going up. And secondly, this telecom company, they have so many core network system that if some intrusion happen inside this equipment, that could become big disaster, and the big damage could happen in their company, in their corporate. And third, this telecom company, to run their daily operation, they have to cooperate with so many suppliers. So we believe supply chain risk could be a big concern for this telecom sector as well. And lastly, some historical cases shows that DNS hijacking, BGP route manipulation, or DDoS, or cloud misconfiguration could cause big threats to telecom company as well.
Attackers could flood ISP networks with massive traffic to disrupt services. So this can affect the backbone, routers, DNS infrastructure, and also customer access. And this kind of attack can often be used as extortion or distraction from for other attacks. And of course, insider threats and misuse, employees abusing privilege access. And also it could be due to misconfiguration, accidental or unintentional, leading to outages or vulnerabilities. Other than that, it could be malware and also botnet propagation. ISP networks are quite often being abused by botnet for spam, DDoS, and also credential theft. So infected customer devices, they can be as a attack vectors. And ISPs may be held responsible if they don't mitigate malicious traffic. And other threats, of course, customer data breach. We know that ISPs, they keep customer data. So as I mentioned earlier, customer data should be in encrypted format, whether at rest or in transit. So if they are not in an encrypted format, and once there's an incident happens and there's a breach to the customer data, so that pose a very high risk to the ISPs, because such data can be exfiltrated and they can be sold in the dark web. And other than that, of course, phishing and social engineering, these are quite common threats targeting ISPs. Basically, ISPs are customers. So like the attackers, they can just call any ISP's customer and pretend to be from the ISP and asking them to provide their credential.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights, Charles and Dr. Sharifa. Looking forward to having you both back on the program.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Once again, those were Charles Lee, CTO and Chief Analyst at Team T5, and Dr. Sharifa Razia BT Mod Kasim, Senior Specialist at Cybersecurity Malaysia. For more news, visit asiantelecom.com.